Chelsea's seven-man exodus could generate £170 million transfer windfall for Tuchel. Chelsea are playing catch-up in the transfer market after Todd Boehly's takeover of the club was completed last week. The uncertainty surrounding the ownership over the past few weeks has put the Blues at a disadvantage as the West Londoners were unable to meet with agents, players who are free agents or talk to clubs. Tuchel admitted that it's proving to be a frustrating time for Chelsea as they haven't been able to go full steam ahead on the recruitment front. He said, "You can always end up in a situation where players at the end of the season can have talks with other clubs, have different ideas and maybe get distracted because they sign for other teams. It happens. It's a bit easier if you are also free to act and be more involved in the talks. Now it feels like we are spectators of the development we don't like. It's a passive role and a bit strange. You can feel it. We have already discussed now a lot of points for struggles. If you bring these together, maybe it can provide an explanation as to why the edge in our game is missing. Still, I can just repeat myself. It is not the moment to point fingers on the players and to be too harsh and demanding. It's, yes, demanding, but not overdo it. We trust ourselves. Everybody in the building and who arrives tomorrow wants to finish on a positive spin. There is still a lot to achieve." Chelsea are already 2 defenders down following Antonio Rudiger's exit to Real Madrid, while Andreas Christensen, who is also out of contract, is set to join Barcelona. The Blues have targeted Sevilla defender Jules Kounde, a deal which is reportedly only a matter of time, as well as Leipzig's Josko Gvardiol, to fill the void left by the departing duo. The restrictions previously imposed on the club have not only impacted potential arrivals, Chelsea also have not been able to cash in on any of their own players, an avenue they are hoping to lean on to facilitate their new signings this summer. But now Boehly is in charge, it's all systems go for Tuchel, and there are 7 Chelsea players who could find a new club during the upcoming window to earn him a £170 million windfall. Kepa Arrizabalaga's arrival from Athletic Bilbao for £71.6 million in the summer of 2018 has been one of the worst signings in recent years as Edouard Mendy claimed the number 1 spot. The Spaniard was riddled with mistakes when he arrived at Stamford Bridge, and although his form has improved this season during Chelsea's cup runs, he is still surplus to requirements. Tuchel admitted that he will leave Chelsea this summer as the keeper is not happy with his role. Kepa funds, £12.8 million. Marcos Alonso and Cesar Azpilicueta have been fantastic servants for the club, but it's reported that Chelsea are willing to let their experienced full-backs go. The pair still saw plenty of playing time under Tuchel this season, but that was due to injuries to Ben Chilwell and Reece James. But with both of England's stars back to full fitness, they will not be first choice for the new season. Barcelona are reportedly interested in the pair and Chelsea are willing to listen to offers. Alonso and Azpilicueta funds, £25.7 million. Jorginho is keen on making a return to Italy, and with a year left on his deal, Chelsea would rather cash in on him this summer to recoup some funds for the midfielder. The Euro 2020 winner is not looking to extend his current contract amid interest from Juventus. Elsewhere, Ross Barkley was a bit part player for the majority of the season and is definitely a player in the shop window as Chelsea tried to sell him in January. Their stance remains the same this summer as they look to find a potential suitor. Jorginho and Barkley funds, £31.7 million. How many players should Chelsea sell this summer? Let us know in the comments. Romelu Lukaku's fallout with Chelsea is well documented after his comments mid-season on how he essentially regretted his move from Inter Milan, so an exit from Stamford Bridge just 1 year on from his £97.5 million move seems likely. The San Siro has been touted as a potential landing spot as the player's lawyers met with Inter chiefs last week. Timo Werner is another striker who has failed to hit the mark since his big money move from Leipzig in the summer of 2020 and reportedly wants out this summer. Werner and Lukaku funds, £102.9 million. All valuations were taken from C's and were correct at the time of publishing.